The Maccabiah games are coming fast, and it's always a special and meaningful time when we introduce our 2025 flag bearer. And here to do so is Vice President of Maccabi Canada, Alex Brenes. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Very good. Thanks.
Time for the big moment.
It is very, very exciting to be here and to make the announcement.
Who's it going to be?
It's going to be Ben Shore. Really feel good about this decision and a unanimous decision amongst the leadership of Maccabi Canada. We're thrilled to have Ben on board. Obviously, he's part of the delegation and walking into Teddy Stadium this summer during a very, very special Maccabiah. So we're thrilled to have you on board, Ben, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be chosen and hope to represent Canada well at the upcoming games.
Congratulations, Ben. Tell us a bit about what it means for you to be chosen for the 2025 games for the flag bearer.
It means a lot. I've been a very big supporter of Maccabi Canada in terms of my participation. I really loved the last games. They were truly a very special moment, being able to represent both my Judaism and sport, which is something so important to me. And I feel very honored to have been selected as the flag bearer and hope to continue to represent Maccabi well for this coming games.
As you said, you've competed in other Maccabiah games, but no doubt these games will feel very different than any other games in previous years. Talk to us a bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the situation is different. We've had, ever since 2 years ago, things in October, things really haven't been the same. There's a lot more reason that Jews need to feel united right now. With all the rising outside attacks, it's so important that we come together as a community and still show we're going strong. So this opportunity, I think, for the games is one unlike any other, where we're going to be able to come together as a people and still show we're proud of our Judaism. We're still, going on with our lives, even with everything that's going on. And it's very important. It's going to be very important these upcoming games.
Alex, what did you see in Ben that made him the perfect candidate for flag bearer?
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Ben is a high-level athlete with high-level values, right? His achievements in the world of track and field obviously are exemplary at a super high level. An accomplished athlete, obviously, with a prominent status within our delegation, but also someone who's really proud to be Jewish, and that's something that he wasn't afraid to display on a regular basis. When he was competing in different venues, and that really caught our eye as well. So I think for us, it was I wouldn't say it was an easy decision, because there were other candidates that were very worthy, if you will. But I think kind of Ben stood out with kind of an elevated ability to display both performance and a value system around being Jewish, which aligned really well with our positioning towards these games. So we're honored to have him as our flag bearer.
Alex, you as well have been to many games in the past. Talk about this one in particular and the different feeling going into 2025.
Yeah, Ben touched upon it. Obviously, things haven't been the same since October 7th. I've been to 8 games to date. Every single one of those was different in its own way in terms of culture and feel and experience. This one promises to be something unlike we've ever seen before. It was really the moniker for Maccabi World Union in Israel is now more than ever, right? Really, which promises to be a show of strength, a show of Judaism, and the fact that going back to the original set of games just during World War II, where these games were created to highlight being Jewish and being strong on the world stage. That's exactly what's happening during these games, right? So we're taking a delegation of 325 people. Very proud to have that many people who want to go to Israel, who want to compete and be proud of being Jewish together amongst the diaspora around the world. And we couldn't be more proud.
Amazing. Ben, I know you've been training nonstop, and I've actually seen some pictures of races where you're wearing the Magen David on your shorts, in particular one winning the Sportlife 10K. Talk to us about that experience.
Yeah, so that race was really special for a number of reasons. I knew going into it that I was going to be running well. based off of some really good training that had been going on beforehand. I had just come off a really good track season and a really good cross-country season the previous year. And just about a month before the event was supposed to be going on, I'm a graduate student here at U of T, and our campus had been experiencing a lot of I'm going to say anti-Semitism on campus. We had the encampment go up, which was spewing nonstop hate just every day on campus, calling for intifada, calling for Jews to go back to Europe, globalizing intifada, just disparaging every single Zionist. It was really terrible. They were going to classrooms, like chanting things and calling for from the river to the sea. Obviously, things that it was a tough time on campus, and the administration had kind of let us down through repeated violations of their red lines. So U of T just wasn't feeling like a safe space as a Jew. And then it was, so going in, I knew the race was going to be something special, and I really wanted to represent that, hey, despite everything that's going on and things aren't feeling so great, I still don't want to have to hide my Judaism. I want to show that I'm a proud Jewish athlete, and I wanted to really make sure I wore them for this one. And so from the start of the race, I basically just took off. There were some jeers, some cheers, but overall the experience was really positive, and made sure to point to my gun to as I was crossing the line to really emphasize, hey, it's important to have Jewish representation in sport. The support I received afterwards was really incredible too. A lot of people reaching out to say, hey, this was really inspiring, and I was really glad I was able to do that for so many people.
It's a fantastic picture. Alex, in a time of rising anti-Semitism, how can sports serve as a unifying, empowering force for Jewish youth?
Yeah, I think it's always been sports has always been a great equalizer, right? We know when everyone gets on a field or into a race or on a court, everything disappears. You're kind of honoring all the hard work you've put into the sport. Although you're wearing a particular flag on your shirt, you're really there to compete as human beings and really just be together as one, right? So to us, kind of having sport as a conduit towards the diaspora globally and kind of feeling part of a global Jewish environment has been something we've been very proud of and something we promote on a daily basis, and that's really forms the basis for why we exist as an organization, right? To us, sports is fantastic. I can tell you also, just to add to what Ben was saying, I was the flag bearer in 2001 during the Maccabiah, and to be selected as the leader of the delegation walking into Teddy Stadium in the midst of such uprising and tumultuous times is something that's you'll never forget. It's emotional, it's proud, it's a great honor to be able to do that. So couldn't be more proud of Ben's accomplishments, and can't wait to see him leading our delegation into Teddy.
Absolutely. How are the teams looking this year, Alex? For those who have never followed, what's the compete level like? What teams are poised to bring home some hardware? What are you looking at this summer?
Well, Ben is number one, right? Ben is there's we're expecting a lot out of him, obviously at a sport level, at athletic level. So he's definitely up there. As far as teams are concerned, we have some very good basketball teams. Our U18 and U16 basketball, boys basketball teams are very, very strong. Both will compete for a gold medal actually this time around. Our open men's softball team is strong as well. Our women's hockey team is quite strong. So we're looking to get some hardware as well. I mean, obviously the fact that we're attending is super important, participating, but let's not forget that the medal count will be a big factor for us going back. So we're excited to compete, and obviously with some of the countries, including the U.S. and Israel, representing our greatest competition, we're really, really excited. There's just logistically, there's a training camp that happens a few days before we depart. For the juniors, there's another training camp in Israel experience prior to the game. So, the athletes will be ready. And I know everyone's super excited to go.
Ben, before we wrap it up, as the flag bearer, you'll be a symbol of Team Canada on the Jewish world stage. I'm curious, what message do you hope to send to both Jewish and non-Jewish audiences following?
The one thing I really have to say is don't be afraid and stick together. We have strength together. Things may seem it may be scary. And I know I've felt it too. Of just with everything going on, there's just so much to deal with. Whether it's online, in person, there's just so much. But we are stronger together, and it's so important to just show your Jewish pride in whatever you're doing. We can't let them win and be forced back into the shadows.
Congratulations, Ben. We'll see you guys both in Israel, the 2025 Maccabiah Games. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ben.